Test, test. Okay. So this is a breakdown of what felt like a broadening pattern. Like I could not, for the life of me, get into a position where it meaningfully moved. So, for instance, we would have been looking at like so many thoughts running through my head. This is what I want to say. Hindsight is always 2020. When you're in the middle of a trade, it's kind of hard to see this. But while I was doing this trade, I really found it difficult to find a way to get a meaningful move. And the way that I trade is it is a bit of a breakout. That being said, I'll just walk you through what I should have been looking at as we went through the trade. So first thing I've set up is the full range of what's happening. Currently, price is moving up. So this was the entire range, and using this as I guess, a way to measure where your points of like reaction are. The 50, the 78, are kind of what I look at. So I could have taken the range of this, which I did, to see if price is going to have any type of like if this price is going to have any type of reaction to any of these levels. So price, if we started to look at the meaningful move down, let's say that I'm looking to see this thing move up, I would have seen this big candle bullish up, a close here and a close there. Waiting for that third candle to close is kind of my confirmation. I would have got in and I would have got basically taken out because we've taken out this high and this high's range. Like, oh, you could argue that this is the range that you need to be looking to take out. So let's say I waited till that candle, I would have got this tiny move up, but the preceding move down takes me out. So we can see that price smashed through the 50 of that and closed behind the 78. But then it moved back into range. And for me, it's like, well, it hasn't closed behind it. So let's see what happens. And then you get that close behind here, and then it sells off. Now, had I had this set up previously, I would have seen that prices just to the tick stopped at the 50. And then it creates this range in which price wants to take out. So it attempted to go down, hit the higher time frame bullish 50, did this kind of up and down pattern and created a range. Let's see. As I'm explaining. So this bearish range was taken out on these candles here, right? And again, with me, I would have thought, great, this is my opportunity to buy this thing. But the preceding move, it got to here, move back into range, and then I have this small range here. I don't want to do too much here. And then price moved through this range, hit the 78, pushed up, hit the 78 on the opposing range, and just really just pushed down. But interestingly enough, it got to the 78, which is confluence with this 50. So knowing that this 50 and the momentum is holding things together, we've got this range here. I'll just kind of move things out the way. We've got, I mean, mm, let's just take the whole thing from here down to here. Right? So there's the reaction to this 78 happens here. We hit the 50. The price fails to push back, hit the 71, fails to push back, and we have a look here. Knowing that momentum's on our side, Price begins to push up and above, closing behind the 78 here. So I could have jumped in here, caught that move there. The closes behind, and then it would have continued to move up. I wanted to wait till we were well above that whole range, and then it moved up and out of that up and out of that range, and then we get to this, and this wore me out. But what happens is the same sort of thing. Let's just look at the most immediate, and cleanest, and clearest range. It's this area here. This candle is the first one. Just humor me, right? Like you could have taken this one, but let's just say that this is the clearest one, and it is. Like, you don't need to keep going back, 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 back. You just start with the first one. And so price comes up, hits this. This is the range that I'd want to see this bullish range taken out. It doesn't. Hits the 78, pushes up. And then this is the new range that you want to see get taken out, and it does. And here is where we look to the nearest midterm or higher time frame range. And so price comes in to that 78, respects it. And we got this range to clear in order for it to go up. Right. Hit the 78, passed, hit the 50, hit the 78, pass through, closes behind it, pops up, and then there is another creation of another 78, which price respects, keeps going up. So it's tricky, man. It's tricky. Those pullbacks to respect momentum can be pretty tricky to trade. But we're with momentum on this trade, and that's what I used. And there was no significant closes in the other direction that held up. When you see something like this, you have to, when you see a big move against momentum like that, you need to refer back to the higher time frame. If the 50 holds, it looks like if the 50 holds, then there's an opportunity for this thing to continue going in the direction that it is.